Okay, P6. Okay. Now these are different percent problems. You're going to set these up totally different. I'm going to explain why. There are 500 stray cats in the town of Alta. That amount's going to increase by 5%. How many cats will there be after the increase? Now this is not a percent of. You see the 5%? It doesn't say of after it. You don't see the word OF. So you're not going to put that percent over 100, okay? It's because it's not a percent of, it's in percent increase. Some of them are percent increase, some of them are percent decreases, okay? What you're going to write on all of these, when it's not a percent of, instead it's an increase or decrease, you're going to write before times percent equals after. And then what you do is, since after is in bold, that means that's the one you don't know. So you put X, cross it out. Now, next we fill in our percent. You got to take 100%. Then you need to add 5%. If it would, because it says increase. If it says decrease, you subtract 5. Now you don't just want to put a 105. You need to move the put the decimal at the end, move it twice to the left. So 1.05 is what we're going to use as our percent. Now the amount before would be the 500. So what you're going to then write is 500 times 1.05 equals X. Now the X is by itself, so I just do the times operation on the other side. So 500 times 1.05 is 525. So 525 equals X. That's how many you have after. Starts at 500, then it increases, it ends up at 525. Okay, a school's number of students decreases by 5%. If there were 600 students after the decrease, how many students were there before? So before times percent equals after. Okay, so this time I have highlighted before, so this is where the X goes now. Now fill in your percent. Take 100% again, but this time since it says decrease, we're going to minus 5%. So it's 95%, so put the decimal at the end, move it twice to the left, and put a 0 in front of it, and then 0.95 is my percent. Now the amount after was 600. So here's what you need to do. Line up your equals. You got 600. X times 0.95, you need to write that as 0.95x, and then you can divide. The X needs to be by itself. So what's X equal? Equals 600 divided by 0.95. Round that to 632. Okay? So 632. So you had 632 before, then you decrease 5%, then you wind up at 600. Okay, an item is marked up 15%. It costs $15.59 after the markup. What's the price of the item before the markup? So before times the percent equals after. Okay, so it says what was it before? So X is the before. The percent, we take 100% and it's up 15, so that's an increase. So it's increased 15%. I'm back to adding. 115%, move the decimal twice, always twice, 1.15. And then after, I had $45, okay? So we have 45 over here. Over here, X times 1.15, you rewrite that as 1.15X, okay? And then you divide by 1.15. Okay, now, if you're talking dollar amounts, which you are on this problem, wait a second. I'm sorry, I screwed this up. I misread the problem. 15.59 goes here, Okay, I was on the next problem. It's 15.59. So 15.59. $45 was for the next problem. I misread it. That's going to happen when I'm reading off the computer screen. Now, if you're talking dollars in the problem, don't go whole number. Just go 13.55 or 13.56. When you're talking money, you want two decimal places when that happens. Okay, now the one with the $45. An item is on sale for 25% off its original price of $45. How much is it after the sale? So before times percent equals after. Okay, so again in the bold we have after, so that's X, and we're going to take 100%, this time minus our 25%. 75%, move the decimal twice, put a 0 in front, so the percent is 0.75. Okay, now the before amount is $45. So line up your equals. This time you have X over there. 45 times 0.75. And now since the X is by itself, I can just go ahead and multiply. Okay, I don't need to be dividing or anything like that. I just do the operation on the other side. Okay, 33.75. You're talking about money, so we want those two decimal places. Okay, next example, I buy a textbook for $40. After I'm done with it, I can sell it for 12% more than what I bought it for. How much did I sell it for after I was done? Okay, so again, before times percent equals after. All right, so we're looking for after, so it's X. So 12% more, so again, don't put 12% there. You got to take 100. First off, you got to add 100 to 12. That's 112. Then you move the decimal twice and express your percent as a decimal. So that percent factor is 1.12. Okay. Then we also have $40 for the before. So we have 40 multiplied by 1.12 equals X. Okay, X is by itself, so I just look at what the operation on the other side and then perform that. 40 times 1.12 is 44.8. Again, it's a dollar problem, so 44.80 equals X. Okay, last problem. Gas decreased in price by 5%. The price after the decrease was $2.39. How much did gas cost before it decreased? So we got before multiplied by percent equals after. So again, we're looking for before this time. My percent factor, 100%. Decrease would be minus 5%. That's 95%. Move it twice. 0.95 is my percent. Okay. Then after you have the 2.39. So on this side we have 2.39. This side we write the expression 0.95 with X attached to it, and now we have to solve for X by dividing this time. Get the X by itself. The opposite of times is to divide. So 2.39 divided by 0.95. Remember, you're talking dollars, so 2.51. Okay. Or 52, I don't care. 51 or 52. So on the problems with dollars, you want two decimal places. If it's not a dollars, go to a whole number. Like that one problem with 631 point, I did 632. Okay, you have these 8 problems to do.